The challenges presented to Disney in regards to retheming Splash Mountain to Princess and the Frog, there's a lot of challenges to say the least, and we're going to go ahead and discuss all of them up next. Welcome aboard, everybody, to another episode of Orange Grove 55. I want to wish everybody watching a very happy holiday, a very Merry Christmas. I hope you all are spending it with friends and family and surrounding yourself with just a lot of love. Myself, I will be actually, my fiance is actually Vietnamese, so I'll be enjoying both a Vietnamese Christmas dinner as well as the more Americanized version of Christmas dinner. So it's exciting for me. I get a little taste of both. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I hope you guys, everyone watching, I hope you all have a really, really wonderful Christmas and just whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a very, very happy holiday and just spend it with people you love. That's the most important thing. So to dive into the topic, Splash Mountain's getting a retheme. For those of you that are not aware, it's getting a retheme. And I wanted to discuss basically with you the challenges that come along with this retheme. Now, I kind of want to set the table. I actually think, and this is not in regards to Walt Disney World's Splash Mountain, because that's a whole different situation with theirs. But I think in terms of Disneyland's Splash Mountain, this is actually the Princess and the Frog IP is actually kind of perfect for Splash Mountain because of the proximity that Splash Mountain lays in the park. Okay, so Splash Mountain at Disneyland kind of butts up against New Orleans Square. Well, Princess and the Frog takes place in New Orleans. It's not that hard to kind of just expand the border of New Orleans Square to include Splash Mountain. Now, that's the easiest part, but there's a ton of challenges, and I want to go over those with you today. Okay, challenge number one, the name. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, what the fuck is Orange Grove talking about? The name? Why does that matter? It matters quite a bit. Okay, in my opinion, at least. Splash Mountain has been around since 1989, I believe. So it's been over 30 years. So over 30 years, guests have been kind of conditioned and programmed as kind of referring to this attraction as Splash Mountain. Look, it's going to take a lot to change people's perception of the attraction. Okay. We've even seen it recently with like even newer stuff, like with the Mickey's Fun Wheel, right? Remember Mickey's Fun Wheel over at Disney California Adventure when they changed it to the Pixar Pal Around? No one calls it the Pixar Pal Around. It's still the Fun Wheel to most people. It's very hard to kind of recondition people into kind of, you know, changing their perception of an existing attraction. It's very, very difficult. Okay. And that's what I worry about when it comes to this Princess and the Frog retheme of Splash Mountain is that I think Disney really needs to kind of lean in to the Splash Mountain name because it's not going anywhere. They can call this attraction anything they want, but at the end of the day, people are still going to call it Splash Mountain. So you might as well lean into the name. Call it Splash Mountain. But what I would suggest is actually calling it Splash Mountain with a tagline. So have it called, you know, Splash Mountain, a Princess Tiana River Adventure or something to that effect. That way you're kind of, you're embracing the Splash Mountain name, which is really, to be honest, is a very generic name. So it fits the Tiana theme still. And, but you're still acknowledging that it's new, right? With the Tiana tagline. I think that's very, very important. I do think they need to keep the Splash Mountain name. I don't think people are going to really fully embrace any completely new name for this attraction. They're always going to call it Splash Mountain. Heck, I still see people calling Mission Breakout Tower. Still, to this day, still see people calling Mission Breakout the Tower of Terror. Okay, so Disney has to recognize that, and they have an opportunity here Just call it Splash Mountain, add the tagline, Tiana's River Adventure, or whatever you want to call it. But I think that's the way to go. I really, really do. Okay. Problem number 2, the critter country problem, the poo problem. Okay. They have a poo problem. The poo problem is this. In critter country, when you walk down there to enter Splash Mountain, right, to your left, when you go to your right, it's basically the Pooh attraction and Hungry Bear. Critter Country basically exists. It's a pretty small land, but it basically consists of like Splash Mountain, Pooh, and Hungry Bear. Well, once you take Splash Mountain out of the equation, it's only that far right side of the land that's even critter anymore, right? So Pooh and Hungry Bear will be the only things left. So it's kind of awkward, in my opinion, if Pooh and Hungry Bear were critter country, but then on the left side of the pathway, it's New Orleans Square. That's really, really strange. The Imagineers are going to have to get really creative in regards to this problem, because I really don't think the Pooh attraction is going anywhere. Hungry Bear is a little more up in the air. It's a lot easier to kind of transform an eatery into a New Orleans theme, but the Pooh ride, there's no saving that. I don't know how they can theme that to New Orleans, and they can't. To be real, they really can't. So it's kind of similar. It actually kind of reminds me a lot of Condor Flats over at California Adventure. You know, when that little strip of area, you know, that little piece of land right there, kind of wedged on the side of Grizzly Peak, with nowhere to expand, nowhere to go. Is it worth even keeping that theme anymore? And they decided no. You know, it was more beneficial to DCA to just kind of absorb Condor Flats into the Grizzly Peak area. I think that was a brilliant decision. Maybe they should do the same thing here, but Pooh presents a major problem. Unless they want to get rid of the Pooh attraction and add something else in there, some other attraction themed to New Orleans, I don't know how they're going to solve that. I don't know how this is a real issue here. Okay, this is a real issue. We'll see how it presents itself. I really hope Disney doesn't just kind of like go the lazy route though, and just kind of like expand New Orleans Square in, you know, to include Splash Mountain, and then Critter Country basically is Hungry Bear and Pooh. I think that would be lazy, and I think that would be kind of awkwardly laid out. I really hope Imagineering comes up with a creative solution for this problem, because I don't know. This is a tough one, you guys. This is a real tough one. Now, in a perfect world, I would actually retheme the Pooh ride into a Kermit the Frog swamp adventure, and Hungry Bear into something Tiana themed, and that way everything is sort of New Orleans swamp, right, kind of theme. But that's never going to happen. The Muppets are not a hot franchise right now, unfortunately. There's no way Disney's going to replace Pooh, which is a merchandise king, with something like Kermit, which probably is not so much. But there's a lot of challenges. And here, another challenge in regards to this retheme is the music. Okay, you have an attraction with Splash Mountain with very, very catchy music. And Disney's going to now replace that with new music. Now, from what I've understood, it's not even music from the Princess and the Frog movie. And I could be mistaken, but I thought I read that on the Disney Parks vlog, where it's basically going to be new music created just for the attraction. Now, that's very risky. The music for Princess and the Frog, the film, was beloved. And there's a lot of music in there that I think would work so good, so perfectly for this attraction. But they're not, according to the Disney Parks blog, they're not even using the movie's soundtrack. They're coming up with something completely new. Now, that's great, and I applaud them for something original, but that's so risky. If the music doesn't land on an attraction like this, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be really tough. So there's a lot of challenges here. Look, Splash Mountain is a beloved attraction. A lot of people love this ride, and they're replacing it now. Not because it's not popular, but because it's socially problematic. So it's a challenge to sort of create an experience that sort of matches or even tops the old one, right? So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge. Now, That doesn't mean that doesn't mean I think it's impossible. I actually really like the idea of retheming this attraction, the Princess and the Frog, at Disneyland, because I do think it will fit our park beautifully. But like a lot of things, the concept might be great, but I worry more about the execution, right? The execution. It's sort of like the Galactic Star Cruiser. The concept of a cruise-like adventure in the Star Wars universe, in outer space, in the galaxy, is an awesome concept. It's the execution, though, where Disney fell flat. So that's what I worry about here with this retheme, is that the concept is fantastic, and I support it 1000%. I'm worried about the execution. So we'll see what happens. But tell me, everybody comment down below about what you think about my concerns about the challenges of this retheme in regards to the Splash Mountain name, in regards to what to do for Critter Country, in regards to the music. Comment down below. I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a very, very Merry Christmas. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.